My girlfriend hung out with her ex, and her best friend was there, and said they were hanging on each other and alone for 10 minutes and flirting, and she's pregnant with my child. Should I stay with her? She denies everything, but her best friend was there and is telling me stuff, but doesn't like me, so who should I trust?
Wow.
And this question is legit, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think, if she's pregnant, you guys are going to have intertwined lives regardless, because this child is your responsibility too. And so I think that you need to figure out how to rebuild that trust. I think communicate. What we always go back to, communicate and ask those questions, and don't be afraid of the response, I guess.
It's so complicated.
Yeah.
Whenever there is pregnancy
I
involved,
know.
because we want to give you the best possible advice that also affects the child's life,
Yeah.
that child's future. As I look at this, I'm like, well, what's the intention? Once this child is born, is the child going to be adopted? Is the child going to be raised by the mother? I would recommend adoption.
Yeah.
I just, without knowing much more,
Yeah.
I assume this is coming from a teen. There's a lot. We hung out with a couple last night that would love to adopt the baby.
That's true.
And get to know the mother and get to know the father. But I think that this isn't about necessarily a relationship. I think that, ironically, needs to be kind of put on the back burner. It needs to be more about what is the best for this baby, and then ultimately what is the best for your long-term future. And ironically, marriage at this juncture and staying together is not always the best.
Yeah.
That's not healthy. Obviously, there's some dysfunction in here, and so we want to make sure that the dysfunction is stopped, that it's corrected, and that God's way of doing relationship, God's way of doing life, can redeem all that's broken here. So, great question. And we love messy situations.
It is
like
hard.
This. But we would recommend huge that if you have a situation like this, or if this is your situation, that you talk with a soul medic. Text the word remedy to 313131, or hit us up on Twitter at Chat Listen Love.